Hey friends, welcome to Friday night. My name is Becca, and if you're new around here, welcome. At the start of this video, I am literally 2 subscribers away from that 17,000 subscriber milestone, and I'm just going to toss that out there because if you are watching and you are not subscribed, you could help me reach that milestone right now. And also, if you hit the subscribe button, you'll be able to take part in the chat. So let's do it. It's Friday night and this is my time to sew. It's my time to say goodbye to the week and hello to the weekend. And I love to kick it off with a couple hours of sewing with all of you. Tonight, I am going to be making these really cute pot belly zipper pouches. Tracy from the Sewing Channel has a full-blown tutorial on this. It's like a 6 or 7 minute video. This is a really easy sew. Now, I didn't follow all of her instructions completely. She's got some tips and tricks in that video that you can definitely use. I made one in like 15 minutes, just watching the video and sewing. It is really an easy sew, and I had it in my head that I wanted to make everybody like a little bag for Christmas and put some little goodies down in there, like a gift card or some money, and this is actually a perfect size to give, and it's even shaped, she calls it the potbelly zipper pouch. But to me, it kind of looks like a large tissue box, has a zipper across the top. I feel like I would have given it, I should have given it when it was flat, a nice good press before turning it out so that the sides are a little bit more defined. But this would be a really cute way to put some gift some cash or a gift card or some other little trinkets that you might be giving for Christmas. Spoiler alert, I know my daughter doesn't watch. She's had a very old pair of AirPods for a while, and they got stolen at school, and we were thinking about getting her a new pair for Christmas this year. We're going to put her AirPods in one of these bags. So we're going to give her a bag and we'll wrap it up in a box and we'll see if she actually opens up the little bag. So there we go. It is perfect size for little trinkets. I wouldn't put anything big in there, but the beauty of this is as I'm assembling it, I'm going to show you how I'm assembling it. I'm not going to give you all the cutting instructions and stuff that Tracy had, and I'm not going to give you the tips that she had in her video because ultimately I want you to spend 6 minutes and watch her video because that would help my friend out, that would help me out, and I would love it if you did that. The link for that is in the description box down below this video, so you're watching this on the live, you're watching on the replay, whatever works, that video is linked in there, and I'll actually put it at the end screen after this so that if you're just watching and sewing on Saturday morning, it'll automatically go over to her video and load it for you. You can tailor this, as she mentions in her video, any way you want to. You just cut the fabric to the size you want it to be. Experiment with different sizes. It's really up to you. Sky's the limit. Now, I don't have, and I'll show you in the overhead camera really quick, I actually don't have any raw edges in this bag because you basically build it with a French seam. So there's no fraying in here whatsoever. There's actually no interfacing either. So all I need is a zipper, an exterior fabric, and an interior fabric. And I actually made this out of a fat 1/8 of my exterior and a fat 1/8 of my interior, and look at how much I have left. I could even jazz it up with a couple of zipper tabs if I wanted to get super, what's the word, advanced, but you totally don't need to if you don't want to. So there you go. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to use some fat 8s that I got in a sew sampler box last month just to crank out as many of these as I can tonight so that I have them to put under the tree. So before we get to the actual project, let's just go through the chat, see who's here, say hi to a few folks. I see Tiffany is here. I see Mary, the Crafty Panda. I see the guy who shows is here as well. If you guys don't know, I'm not sure if he announced it yet, but he has a major collab that I think is hitting his airwaves soon. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. He also does Saturday morning live sew, and I'm not sure if he's doing his tomorrow, but there you go. Woohoo, let's do it. 17K. Yes, please. Martha said, congratulations, SEWBECCA. Happy Friday from lots of people. Happy Friday to all of you. TGIF. I love the introduction music on Becca's live, so majestic. I've heard lots of things. Mama Nancy is in the chat as well. Spoiler alert, Mama Nancy, I'm making Christmas gifts. I guess you're getting one too. All right. Before we dive into the project, I got a couple of mail items that I thought why not open on a live stream? So let's go do that. I gotta reach down here and get it. So I stopped by the P.O. box and I had a couple of packages, and I'm trying to take a little bit of care to not show return addresses on these. So give me a minute. And I bought a ton of zippers. Oh yeah, and a headband. But I've got two things that I thought I would open. The first one, gosh, I want to make sure I don't, let me just go to my face camera. I don't want to show return addresses, so we're just going to keep it here. The first one looks like a card or a letter. It is from Miss Joan Johnhen. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right. It is a Christmas card. Inside it says, sending you Christmas blessings and wishing you a joyous New Year. Merry Christmas, happy, healthy 2023. Love watching your YouTube videos. And this is what the card looks like on the front, and this is what it says inside. So thank you for that. I will try, I'm going to keep this with the envelope because I would like to send her a quilty postcard since she sent me something. My packages. All right. The next item that we have is packaged in this really fun bag. And this is from Jamie Sue Creates. It is also wrapped with that. Oh, Jamie, that must be, yeah, okay. I think I know who this is. Okay. I think I know who this is. Only because Ian was like, oh, she sent me something really nice and she wrapped, he told me about the wrapping because this is his favorite wrapping and he was really excited about that. So there is a note inside that says, Becca, you are amazing. You inspire me to be bold and go for it. Enjoy this little token. Choose the one that you want and give the other away on a live. So inside of here is something that we are going to give away randomly tonight. We'll do that a little bit later. I tune in all the time and I have decided to open an Etsy shop and work my way to YouTube. Awesome, Jamie. That's awesome. And she said, P.S. Sister Wives is killing me. Cody is unreal. So Jamie is in the chat. She has been messaging me off and on. We both have been literally watching Sister Wives. Just the whole family is just imploding. And yeah. So if you don't watch Sister Wives, you don't get it. But if you do, you know if you know. So let's see what she's got for us today. She made these, by the way. Remember, she made them for her YouTube channel. Oh my gosh. What the heck? They're, oh, this is great. Hold on, let's see. They're like slap bracelets. Yeah, and you've got a little pin cushion here. You also have some fabric over here that you can use to attach little wonder clips, which is gonna kind of come in handy tonight. She gave me a wonder clip with mine. I have got a few wonder clips that I'm going to have to use tonight. So why don't we just use this on tonight's live? That's really pretty. And by the way, this one's black and white and it has Star Wars fabric on it. I think for the one that I'm going to give away, I like this one better, but this one's really pretty wrapped. So for the one that I'm going to give away, if we can get that to focus, we will do, oh, it's the lighting is reflecting off the plastic. We will do a raffle at some point tonight, not right now. There you go. You can see it a little bit better. And we will give this one away. So I'm going to put it back in the tissue paper so that somebody else can open it and pretend like they are surprised. So I'm going to set this down here with the rest of my stuff that's on the floor, which you can't see, and it's totally fine. Okay, so mail call. Yay. Who doesn't love some mail call, right? Oh man, why are we having problems with the overhead camera again? Like my hand is off. What the heck is going on? And let me see if I can fix that while we're chatting before we get into it. It did this to me yesterday too. I have no idea why it did it. I have rebooted the computer. But yeah, the delay on the overhead camera is not fun right now. We're just going to go back to the face camera for a moment while I try to get this fixed. Oops. right there. Okay, so let me see if I can fix this really quick without making you guys all sick. I have no clue what's going on. Nope, nope. There we go. We'll do that. And then we'll go back to it. Oh, doobie doobie doo. All right, let's see. Is that better? No, it's not. Still not better. All right, we have one more option. Give me a second while I fix the text so that we can have the beautiful picture. I got to go around the back. If this doesn't work, we'll just go to the wide angle lens and you can just watch me sew with the wide angle, but let me try and see if I can get this working. Testing, can you guys hear me still? Good, that's good. Okay, I know it's in here. No, 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 no. Ah, there we go. It's still delayed. Let's see. So what I'm looking for, this is, I've got my hands off, right? It shouldn't be delayed like that, and I don't know why it is. Boo. Okay, let me try one more thing. I'm sorry, guys. If I can't get this working, then we're just gonna, this is the last thing I'm gonna try, and if it doesn't work, we're just gonna go do what we gotta do to keep things moving tonight, because I just want to sew, and I have a feeling you do too. Hi. I know this is really weird, but that didn't do it. Okay, that didn't do it. We're just going to go to the wide shot. I'm sorry. I'll have to research this a little bit more and find out what the heck is going on with this. Okay. So get this off the screen. We'll go. Yeah, it's still delayed. Okay, face camera it is. Here we go. This is what we're getting tonight. It's weird because, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. I want to sew. I don't want to deal with technology. So here we go. I don't know why. I don't know why it's not working. Just thinking out loud to myself, and I'll troubleshoot it later. Why am I looking at this like it's a watch? Like, oh yeah, it's 5 o'clock because I have 5 clips. All right. So Deb Brace says, first time leaving a comment, but I watch all the time. So hello from Minnesota. You are amazing. You are amazing. A techie and a creative. Thank you. All right, let's make another one. Julie says, it's okay. My brain is always on delay. We're not going to worry about it. We're just going to throw my phone on the floor and we're going to go. Okay. Don says, I think that it would be okay, still show it with a delay. Well, we'll see if it becomes too problemsome because, yeah, if we'll give it a little bit of time, there might be a process running in the background that's just causing everything to slow down. I'm going to pull this actually and use this one because it's bigger and I want to press more surface. Hello, Lori. Well, don't worry, just sew. That's exactly right. That's what we're going to do. We are just going to sew. I'm not going to worry about it. But I do want to give all of these fat eighths a good pressing before I start cutting them down and working with them. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. I've got my iron nice and heated up. So I am spritzing all of these fat eighths with some best press, and then I'm going over it with my hot iron. Brenda Ogden says hello everyone. Martha's Creative Life says hello. Julie says it's okay, my brain is always on delay. Mine is too. I think I can still do, like I can still showcase the project overall using the overhead. If I had to choose one to be delayed, I would rather have the overhead delayed, because at least then my lips and audio are in sync. Oh, I actually do have a way we could maybe fix that, but it's the hardware is not. My brain's literally going in two things. I am actively troubleshooting and trying to solve the problem with the tech, while I'm also thinking about all this pretty fabric that I'm pressing, and three ways, because now I'm talking to you too. So, but what I was going to say is I think I have a way to fix it, but I don't have anybody in here to help me with the tripod and the mounts and all that other stuff. So it'll just wait. Could have just been something as simple as an update on my computer that's using more of the graphics processor and causing things to slow down. Hello, Mary from Minnesota. What size zipper? So I will tell you, I got 12-inch zippers and I am cutting them down. But I think it really just depends on how big you want to make yours. I am using the measurements for the measurements that Tracy gave us in her video. And she said you can totally customize this to be whatever size zipper pouch you want. So you'll see as I start building this out what she meant by that. Oh, Mary, did you get a flat, Jenny? So close to 17,000. I know, I was like 2 subscribers away when I started the live stream. So if you are not subscribed, I would love it if you considered hitting that little subscribe button. Very nice selection of fabrics. I agree. This is, gosh, I don't have a selvage. It tells me what this line is and I don't remember, but it was in the Sew Sampler box, I think, from last month. So if you want to go back and look, you can. Multitasking at its best. Amen. I feel like I'm always juggling 2 or 3 or 10 different things. And Karen Parker says, I recognize that fabric. Well, hope so. Cluck Cluck Sew is in the selvage on this. Yes, yes, thumbs up, thumbs up. If you haven't done that already, give me that thumbs up. There we go. Pretty fabric. Thank you, Aussie Envy. Ah, I think I know who that is. Sean. Thank you, Sean. I mean, literally, Aussie NVA. Who do you guys think that is? Silly. Yay! Thank you. Lily says, I can't stop laughing over your husband's video. All I see is you responding with the Adele's hello from the other side. Oh, that would be good. I was just sitting at work. So if you guys don't know what she's talking about, I have a short here. I also posted it on Instagram. I was sitting at work and, gosh, it was about a year ago. We were house sitting for some friends and we wanted to let them know that we were there. So, and we had everything under control. So Jason, fully clothed, pants up, sits down on the toilet in their bathroom and grabs their newspaper and starts pretending like he's reading it. And I take a picture of it and we sent it to him. Well, our friend has been apparently loved it so much that he used some app to animate it and put music to it. And so it's, hello, is it me you're looking for? That's the song. I can't remember. I want to say it's like a Neil Diamond song or something. And it animated him. 15-second clip. Jason sends it to me while I'm at work today. And I was just like, this is what you do with your days off? You send me video of you on the throne? Such a nut. He is a nut. There we go. I just have a couple more to do. Something dropped. I don't know what it is. I love that short. Is that not your husband? It is. That is my husband. My friend animated it. That's Lionel Richie. Got it. I knew it was that. I knew that was it. Are you going to take BJ to PetSmart and get his pic taken with Santa? Nope. He's too hyper. He's too hyper for any of that stuff. We have learned the value of doggy daycare, though. He was there all day today playing with other pups and getting his energy burned up, which means he should be calm-ish tomorrow. And then I think I'm going to take him again on Sunday so that I can get some stuff done around the house and he can burn up all that energy. Help keep him calm for a couple of days. Michelle says, Becca, how do you all, the sewist, pick winners in ugly... Hold on. Ah, Tracy's here. Hey, Tracy. Everybody make sure to check out her channel and make sure to check out that video that I was telling you about earlier. Tracy, look, I made one before the live. I'm going to make another one. I did not follow all of your tips and tricks about that zipper. So if people are going to want to see a better way to put the zipper in, they're going to have to go over to your channel and check it out. Michelle says, how do all the sewists pick the winners in the ugly quilting? Oh, okay. Ugly quilting materials quilts. Okay. So what you're asking is all 12 of us that did Quiltmas are giving away our quilts, and all 12 of us have our own individual giveaways to give away the quilt that we made. Everybody is going to pick their winner whatever way works best for them. Some of us might draw a random number and look at a spreadsheet. Some of us might just randomly open a specific entry. Everybody has their own way of doing it. I can't tell you what anybody else is going to do. I can tell you what I'm going to do. So all of your responses as you're filling them out are automatically going into a spreadsheet in the back end for me and being assigned a random number. Well, it's not random. You're getting a number between 1 and however many entries there are. And I am going to use a random number generator to pick my winner. And then whoever will probably pick like the third number or something like that. But I am going to try to video it so that y'all can see the winner. And then I'll announce that in a video on Monday, December 19th. Thanks, Tracy. What is Tracy's site, please? I think if you do exclamation TSC in the chat, if the chat bot is working, I think that will get you her YouTube channel. You can also just click on the description box. She's tagged there. If you click where it says the sewing channel, or if you click in the video title where it says the sewing channel, you can click on that. Or if you ask Tracy really kindly, nicely, I'm sure she'll put her channel link in the chat. But I think the chat bot should do it if commands are working properly. Thank you, Donna. Can you do exclamation TSC? There you go. See if that works. I've been having problems with the chat bot, so... Oh, there it goes. Whew! I was like, watch it not come up, and then she's going to be like, did you take me out? No, I didn't take you out. I was half worried that it wasn't going to respond for a second, and I was going to have egg on my face or something silly. All right. I'm going to use the dimensions that she used. I'm going to put this back over here because I don't need it for the next parts. We're going to try to do the picture-in-picture again and see if it wants to play nicely. I don't know if it will, but it's worth a shot, so we'll see. It's not that bad now. Okay, good. All right, so the first thing that I got to do is pick the two. Oh, wow, that's right on, too. I need to just pick two fabrics that I want to work with. So I just got to, the hardest part is I just got to pick two that I want to go together. And I kind of like this red and the yellow. What do you think? Maybe? I think maybe a blue. Yeah, maybe the red and the yellow. We'll do the red and the yellow because I can. There's yellow in one of the tulips. I feel like that'll match nicely. Now this is going to give me directional fabric, and I'm not going to stress about which way the direction is going. These are fat 8s after all, and so I don't have tons of room to use to really move this around. So I'm going to line up my selvage edges over here, and I'm going to cut both layers at the same time. I'm not going to tell you what I'm cutting. You go get the directions from Tracy's video, or you can make up your own size. I will tell you that this edge is going to be this side of my, no, it's going to be the top of my bag. Okay. Hello. Oh, it's Forget Me Not by Allison Fabrics for Cluck Cluck Sew. That's the name of the fabric line. Somebody is bound to ask me again later tonight, and now y'all know. Woohoo! Tell them 8 by 11. Okay, 8 by 11. I was trying to get them to watch your video, but 8 by 11. I think that one I did 8.5 by 11, but 8 by 11 it is. That's what we'll do. You silly girl. Felt like it was your pattern. I didn't want to give the cutting instructions away. But do watch her video. She's got some tips, tricks, and things in there that'll make putting these together a breeze. So 2 8 by 11 pieces of fabric. One of your outer, one of your inner. No interfacing required, though if you wanted to put some batting in there and quilt it up, you absolutely could. You nut. Okay, 8 by 11. Okay. So here we go. I need to get another zipper. So since the short edge is an 8-inch edge, you probably could do this with a 9-inch zipper. I have a bunch of 12-inch zippers because that's what I bought from Joann's. So there you go. Hey, Jamie, look. Jamie is the lady that is sponsoring tonight's giveaway, guys. So make sure to show her some love and tell her thank you. I'm going to go with this bone-colored zip. Don says, I will watch the video. I know. I can't wait for the tell-all. Super excited about that. I did see today that Mary left Cody too. So all of his wives, except for Robin, have left the building. Oh, I watched the video today. I thought she did a great job. Very easy to follow. I hope to make a few this weekend. They take like 10 minutes. Like, seriously. So, y'all are going to laugh at me, but this is how I do it. So here I go. I'm just going to position my zipper on the short edge. I do this twice. Once towards the shorter, once with, yeah, whatever. I need to put the exterior fabric on top. I gotta do this on the exterior fabric first. I don't know why I'm whispering. Okay, here we go. Here we go now. Come on. Why is it not going? It doesn't want to. Doesn't want the feed dogs don't want to take it in. So we're gonna rip those really tight stitches out without hopefully ripping the fabric. Although this will be in the seam allowance. I think I ripped the fabric. Oh, the fabric's ripped. For sure. Okay, well, I have no idea what the heck. There's a hole there, though. Okay, we're going to try to make it work. There's a hole right there. Look. There's a hole right there from the seam ripper. You can't even see it. Okay, so here's how I'm going to get around that. I'm going to stack both my lining and exterior on top of each other. And I just want to trim that off, but because they are exactly matched up, I can take one cut through both layers. It looks like I'm just going to be cutting off about 1/2 inch, just lining up with where that is. So this won't be exactly the same size as that one, but it'll be close enough. Let's try it again. I like to... Yeah, I think I had it too close to zipper teeth. I didn't bother to put the zipper foot on, and I was trying to sew like right next to the zipper teeth, and I think that was giving me problems. And by right next to, I mean I was trying to put my needle right next to the zipper teeth, not my, not the edge of my foot, and I think that was just causing some issues with where the placement of the foot was, and the machine just said, "That's not how it's supposed to work," and it didn't go through. So all of the wives have left Cody. Haven't seen it in a long time. All of the wives have left Cody except for Robin, who is still there. I am folding both of these pieces of fabric back and pressing it away with my fingers. And then I'm going to smooth it out. I'm going to grab my pressing mat down here so I can give it a really nice hot press. Make that lay nice and flat. But yep, he's just with Robin now. And it sounds like, based on some of the spoiler alerts that I've heard, this has actually been a thing for a while. And he's been telling the wives to not say anything. And Christine just decided to break her silence. And now slowly all of them are like, yeah, we haven't been together for a long time. His world is just crumbling. My quote project says it should now be called wife, not sister wives. Shoot, that's funny. Don says, how did the machine sound? LOL, just kidding. It sounded like it was sewing. Shoot. It should just be called wife. She actually, I think that kind of explains a lot, though, if I'm being honest. I think, so all through the season, she has seemed very melancholy in like her debriefs and her talks and stuff. And I think maybe she really wanted like the polygamy thing, and she was excited about having sister wives to help raise her kids, maybe. I don't know. I'm just guessing. And they've all left, and that would explain why she feels sad, or at least appears to be sad, is because they're all gone. All the wives left. All right. Let's see. Next step. I'm trying to remember here. Do not cut until I move the head inside of here. Don't tell me. Oh, yes. Okay, so my next step is to do my top stitching. So I've got to put my layers together like this. So I'm just going to turn one side. I don't trim the zipper on this yet, but I do put my hand through and I wear it just like she did in her video too. But to do my top stitching, I like to open this up. What the heck is going on? Messenger was what was, Facebook Messenger was using all the resources. I just saw it flash. That's what was causing the problem on my camera, because it was running last night too. Facebook Messenger was being a memory hog. Okay, and then I'm gonna finger press on this side too. And now I've got the zipper kind of out of the way. Julie said she's sad because without the show, there's no way to pay the nanny. What does the nanny do? Sister wives. Sister wives. All right, now I stitched both sides of that. Now I'm going to zip this, and I'm going to lay it so that the zipper is kind of where I want it to be, kind of in the center there. And at this point, just going to make sure everything's laying nice and flat. I think this next step is where I fold up these edges. So I'm going to grab my small ruler, which is right here, to do that. And since she's giving you measurements, she folded hers up 3/4 of an inch to make this side. I'm just going to go with a full inch. I'd rather it be a little bit taller. And it's an easier measurement for me to get. So I'm going to go with a full inch on each side instead of 3/4 of an inch. That'll work. We'll see what it looks like with a full inch instead of 3/4 of an inch. Keeping in mind that this fabric is a little... Did you guys catch that? I was literally about to be like, where are my clips? I know I had some. They're right here on my wrist. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you. I think I missed the joke, Heather said. It's a Sister Wives I can't talk. Sister Wives reference. Basically all of Cody's wives, except for Robin, who has had a nanny to care for her 2 school-aged children, a full-time nanny to do that, while she still has teenage children living in the home that could help her with it, and Cody is there full-time. But she's been paying a nanny. Whatever. Doesn't matter. To each their own. If that's what they want to do, it's their... whatever. Okay, now I'm going to stitch I made pleats by folding these up. I'm going to stitch on the edges on both sides. I'm stitching this side first. Before I stitch this side, I'm going to pull the zipper head into the middle here. And then I'm going to come over and do this one. And now I can trim this off here. I can trim this off here. going to pull these clips off, put them back on my little thingy thing. Oh! Well, that's on the floor and that's where it'll stay for the rest of tonight. I'll grab another one. This one needs to go in the trash. That one doesn't even like to open. There, that's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to reach into the bag. I'm going to turn it inside out. What does a nanny do? There. That way you can see when I'm working back here a little bit. I'm going to poke the corners out, but I'm going to keep the pleat. And at this point, I think I'm going to try to give it a nice press. See if I can get those lines a little bit more defined. Sean said, if I decide I'm going to watch a reality show, I usually watch the first 5 minutes and then the last 5 minutes. That gives me the story and the rest is just filler. It is. Especially like if you watch, I don't watch it with commercials. I watch it on a live stream. We have Discovery Plus and I watch it on that when the episode drops. So we don't get the commercials with it. But when you're watching it like with commercials, it'll be like coming up next. And it like summarizes, it plays the recap or like a highlight of why you should stay tuned. But also it tends to replay that after the commercial break too. So it just feels like those are filler too. So, all right, I'm going to leave these. These are the creases for the boxed corners. I want this to be really defined. So I'm going to come in with my iron and give that a really nice press. I might even lift this up and press in here a little bit. And because I best pressed the fabric before I cut, hopefully this is going to give me a really nice crisp edge. We'll find out. Oof, what is smoking? Oh. What the heck? There we go. Okay, let's see what that does. Crystal watches YouTube all day. Stay there. All right, now I'm going to come in and basically just doing a French seam. So I'm going to sew along these short edges, keeping my pleats nice and tidy, but I'm going to make sure that I'm encompassing any tiddly bits that I did from the other side. So when I sewed this to begin with, I did that with like 1/8 of an inch. This time I'm doing 1/4 of an inch. And when I get over that zipper, I'm going to backstitch a couple of times just to kind of reinforce the zipper. I think I actually did more like 1/2 inch if I'm being completely honest. As long as you're going straight, it doesn't really matter. Over the zipper, backstitch. There we go. And that's it. It's all sewn together. So only on nylon zips. Yes. Smoking is bad for you, Becca. Yes, that's true. Were you able to sew right over the zipper? Yes, because these are polyester or nylon. Polyester zips and nylon zips you can do that with. This is a polyester zipper, I believe. All right, so now I'm just going to poke this out. And the thing that's really cool about this that I like, I've got these tiddly bits over here. Do you see the threads coming out of this? I'm just going to grab some snips and cut that out. Cut it out. I don't want to pull on it, so I'm just going to cut. The really neat thing about how this comes together in the end is the sides, to me, look like a package. Oh, you know, I should have pressed this bottom edge too. That would have given it even a little bit more definition. But I can always go in and give it a really good press after it's all put together. So I'm going to poke out all the corners, doing that with my fingers. And then I'm going to try to get it to stand up. Oh, you know, I don't know that I would have, or I should have pressed those, because now what I'm realizing is while the pressing was great, it was inside out. And so the pressed lines kind of want to make the bag go in on itself. So maybe that wasn't a great idea. Maybe the better way to do it is press it once it's all put together. And I will say this, going up a full inch with this pattern, I don't like it as much. Not with this dimension of fabric, because these corners are not popping out as easily as they should. So I would probably recommend just sticking with a 3/4 inch fold up if you're going to use a size fabric. But the bag still works. It is still functional. It is still cute. Needs a good press. You could use a layer cake and make them that size. Yep, you could. What I could do though is tuck this pleat in just like this. See, this one doesn't want to come out. That one did. There we go. That will do it. Getting it tucked out is the hardest part, but once you do, there we go. I'm gonna try and give that a press and see what happens. I watch Sarah Lawson. I haven't watched any of her live streams in a while, but she has awesome patterns and video tutorials for bags. And one of the things that she says quite often is that after you've finished a bag, giving it a press before you gift it or take photos of it makes all the difference in the world. And I think she's right. So that's the rule of thumb that we're trying to use right here. Give it a good press before we put it under the tree. These kind of remind me of little tissue packages, don't they? Like a zippered tissue package. Did you start your fabric first? Yes, I did. Okay, there we go. Good enough. Good enough for government work. I like the 3/4 inch better than the 1 inch. Unless I'm going to make them bigger. Done. Done. We've got 2. Let's do some more. Let's cut. I'm going to go with 9 by 12 on this one and see what it looks like. I'm going to do these 2 fabrics. Few people in the chat are saying that it does look like a zippered tissue package to them too. I think so too, but I think this is probably more finished than, or I'm sorry, more practical than the zippered, than a regular folded over tissue package. I would rather have this with a zipper. Does your cordless iron stay hot for a good length of time? I know Tiff said something about hers didn't, and I was thinking about investing in one. Mine does. So here's the thing that I will tell you about the cordless iron. In any iron, you're not going to constantly have your iron on fabric the entire way through a project, right? You're going to stop so that you can reposition your fabric, or you can move something out and grab another piece. And usually what I find is when I'm working with it, those periods where I need to reposition my fabric are just enough to allow the iron to recharge, and it's been great. I'm going to go with a gray one, gray zipper. Mom says she is completely done shopping. It would be a good size for your small clips. Yeah, that would be a cute idea, wouldn't it? For some clips to take to retreat. I hear ya. All right, so this one's going to be a 9 by 12, and we're going to see how this works. We'll attach the zipper to, this is going to be my outside. Oh, I love this for this. I love these two fabrics. This is going to be my outside. This is going to be the inside. I kind of want to keep this one for me. So I'm just going to tack the zipper down, and then I'll come back and readjust. Oh, it's doing that same thing again. There we go. Here we go. And now I'm going to roll this back, finger press it down. Pull this back, line it all up, finger press this down all along the way, and then I'll come back in and top stitch. Question, is your Juki that quiet? No. My Juki is just as loud as Tiffany's, and I just use technology to not kill you with how fast it's going. I have a different tech setup than she does, but it is every bit as loud as hers is. Okay, now I'm going to pull this up. Once you get into the rhythm of these, they're like, the assembly is really easy. You could just knock a bunch of these out. Mind blown. All right. Yeah, so they're talking, you guys are talking about my iron. The model that I have is a ceramic sole plate, and I have heard, though I have never tested, that the ceramic sole plate does stay hotter for a longer period of time. So just keep that in mind. If you are curious, the model number for the one that I have is WL607. Okay. And they might even have newer models out by now. Mine's a few years old. There we go. Zipping it back up, zipping it back up, zipping it back up. What is the print on the outer fabric? I'm on my phone and I can't figure it out. This is what it looks like. This is all, I don't know. I said what the fabric line is. I knew somebody was going to ask. I've already forgotten what it is. But if somebody in the chat could remember, I know it's by Cluck Cluck Sew, but that's all I know. That's all I remember. I think it's the girl behind Cluck Cluck Sew. Yolanda says, when I get ready to do the one, I will have to watch you or the sewing channel. Definitely check out the sewing channel. 6-minute video. Really easy. How is Jason's mom doing? She's fine. She's back home. She's doing great. This one said to fold it up 3/4. It said, her pattern said to fold up 3/4 of an inch. We're going to go back to that because I think I like the shape of the 3/4 of an inch one better. So I'm just going to fold that up. Put a couple clips in it to hold the pleat for me. I don't know that her quality of life will ever be what it was before the fall, though. Talking about Jason's mom, I don't know, like, if she'll ever be able to drive again. She's got a spinal cord injury now, and she can't walk without a walker, and all the things, but she's alive. So, fabric is forget me not. Thank you. See, and I forgot it. Okay, 1/8 of an inch on each short end. This is not completely centered. Do I care? Maybe I do. I just realized as I was starting to stitch that it wasn't completely centered. So I've got like 3 stitches. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. Well, maybe I do. If there's no stitches, I just took them out. If there's a chance to fix it and make it right, now is that chance. So I'm just going to check. This is a 6-inch, 6 inches wide. So I want the middle of the zipper to be right at that 3-inch mark, which it now is. Okay, let's redo the pleats. 3/4 of an inch. Three-quarters of an inch right there. Terry says, I have the Panasonic with a stainless steel sole plate. My sister has a ceramic. Hers does stay much hotter for much longer than mine does. When I replace mine, I will get the ceramic plate. So there you go. Wanda says, I'm sorry for your mother-in-law. She's doing okay, but I appreciate that. I'm sure she does too. It feels like the past few months have just been a whirlwind. She fell in September, and it's been just one thing after another between her care and her rehab, and life just has a way of constantly keeping you on your toes. What size of ruler are you using? This is a 3.5 inch by 6.5 inch, which I think I got in a Sew Sampler box. We'll trim that up in a minute. Lori says, I understand that fall stuff. I fell off the ladder 2 weeks ago, and I still feel like someone beat the living tar out of me. I hear ya. Gotta be careful, guys. Fix it while you can, Lori says. Otherwise, it'll just bug you like forever. That's right. I'm going to clean up that whole edge so that some of those fizzy bits will not be stringing through the seam allowance when I turn it after I do my French seam. All right. Hey, hey, Becca, says Susie Gabbard. So glad to catch the live. Hello, all you wonderful people. Good evening from Northern Kentucky. Hello, Susie. Welcome to the live stream. I am making these zipper pouches. They are called the Potbelly zipper pouch. This is a tutorial from Tracy over at the Sewing Channel. I'm just experimenting with some different size fabrics and some different customizations to these because I need to make a whole bunch of them for Christmas. So no two will be exactly alike in my room, but that's okay. I'm going to poke the corner out right there. It might have been on that other one where the corners didn't come out nicely. It might have been that I didn't take care to poke the corners all the way out the way they should have been. That might have been part of the problem, now that I think about it. Rachel says, or is that Rochelle? She says, I love your festive nails. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love them too. All right. Get this pleat folded back in, all nice and tidy. Separate each end down here to make sure I've got those corners popped out. And then I'm going to clip this back down so it lays nice and flat. I want the pleat to be nice and tidy. Do the same thing over here. Okay. Thinking the 9x12 might be my new preferred size. I'm trying to get through the zipper. Again, I'm working with a nylon zip so I can sew right over the zipper teeth. Marianne says, I fell in March 2003. I have a rod holding my leg to my hip, 2 screws holding my femur together, and I'm doing okay now. Well, I'm glad you're doing okay now, but gosh, that's a lot of work. I will have to go back and see how you did this bag. It's a really nice one. I've watched lots of videos on zippered pouches. I think I like this one the best. It's a good bag. Tracy's got a really easy to read, quick tutorial, 6 minutes out of your time. You'll see it and you'll be off of making these in no time flat. Crystal says, I want to figure out the right size for all my sewing machine pedals so they don't scratch the finish on my vintage babies. That's a good idea. Wonder what size that would be. Like, you just have to keep messing with it. Grab some scraps, keep sewing, and then when you get it right, you can write down the measurements. You can let other people know too. I'm poking out the corners with my fingernails, getting them in there really good. And just gonna fluff it out. I didn't give the sides a press, but if I wanted to make this really crisp, then I could go in. Actually, don't even think it's bad this way. I could go in, fold in all these pleated edges on the sides, both the short sides as well as the long sides, and I could press it down, and that might give me a more boxy shape. Are you putting something inside of these as part of the gift? Yes, I am. So one of the things that my husband and I like to do for Christmas is give the adults in our family little gift cards or cash or something small, like little trinkets. Usually it's gift cards or cash. My mother-in-law, she actually prefers lottery scratchers. She really likes scratchers, so we'll have one just full of scratchers. So these will go to all the adults in our family, and it'll hold inside any gift cards or cash that we might give to them, but then they can reuse them for a number of, right? Like, you can use this for a number of things, right? You could quilt them, like Rochelle says. They look really cute quilted. It doesn't take much, just 2 pieces of fabric, and I've already got 3 done. This is the 9x12 size. This is like 7.5 by 11 or something. This is 8.5 by 11. So this is the first one I made. They're all kind of the same shape. They're just short and squatty. Short and squatty. So I'm just knocking them out. Oh, not typing well. The year from Marianne's fall was 2022, not 2003. Got it. Oh, Jamie, thank you for subscribing. She said, I just subbed, but I had to wait 20 minutes to speak. Yeah, sorry. We do that because you get trolls and bots. And it's a good way to try to keep them out of the chat so that this can be fun for everybody. Right? Ooh, these two would look really good together. Let's do these two. Just like the green with the flower. Perfect shape for wipes. There you go. Yolanda likes the large one. I think I do too. I think I like the large one as well. I think I'm going to make some more that are 9 by 12. Yo Patty G says, Potbelly zippered pouch is a great name for these little gems. Yes, I agree. Tracy did a good job coming up with the name. Jamie said, gotta love those trolls and bots. Not. Oh my gosh, Mom. If I had it, I would give it to you, but I don't, okay? My mom says, I would like mine with several $100 bills in it, please. Way to just call out what you're looking for. You might get a few singles, but I don't have $100 bills to give anybody. Hi, Brenda. There's the 12. Doing another 9 by 12 one. Okay. All right, I know this is going to be my exterior fabric, so I'm going to lay this one on the bottom. This one's going to be the inside. And for this one, what do we think? A bone zip? I like the gray. I like the gray zip. We'll do the gray one. Donna says, hello, Becca. Hello, Tiffany. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Hello. Crystal says, give Mom a $100 gas bill and a $100 electric bill. My mom's plenty taken care of. She doesn't need that. We already do enough for her. Rachel says, why did you start doing YouTube videos? Do you do live on other platforms? I'm a new subscriber and curious. Well, welcome, first of all, and thank you for subscribing. As far as lives on other platforms, not right now, but it's something that I've thought about. I primarily just focus on YouTube because that's really all I have bandwidth for. I do have an Instagram account and a TikTok account, and I try to post shorts there. Right now I'm posting shorts every day just like I am to YouTube, but it's a duplicate of the content that I have on YouTube. But if I'm working on a project, I was prioritizing doing behind the scenes information or behind the scenes like shorts and pictures on Instagram. But now that shorts are really becoming a thing on YouTube, I have been putting it on YouTube as well. So, no, so that's the answer to that. As far as how and when did I start a YouTube channel, I started a few years ago. with the Jenny's Favorite Things box from 2018. This was her first advent calendar that she had put together, and I got a box. I had seen several content creators on YouTube, Kia B being one of them, doing unboxings, and I thought, well, you know, maybe I can do that too. That would be kind of fun. So I wanted to do it in a format that spoke to me. I wanted to bring my own format. So I made, in that series of videos, I made all of those videos like a minute long. I was doing shorts before I knew shorts were going to be a thing. This was years ago. Anyway, what inspired me to keep making content, what made me want to put stuff on YouTube, is because when I learn something, I get really excited about sharing that information with other people. It's not because I want them to do it my way, but I just get excited about teaching. I get excited about showing you what I've done. I get excited about showcasing something. And I had just started sewing, and this was before the videos with Jenny Doan, or the Jenny's Favorite Things. I had just started sewing, and I was trying to get everybody I knew to sew with me. It didn't stick, but I thought I had to remember how to change the needle on my machine, and the person that had taught me how to sew had impressed that it was such a big deal to do. I was afraid I was going to forget how to do it, and I couldn't find a good video for my make and model machine because I thought it was different for every machine. Turns out it's pretty much not. So I made a video for it and put it on YouTube, and I forgot about it for about 2 years. And then I had seen all the views on it, and I was like, well, maybe I can do some other videos teaching some tips and tricks and techniques. And that's kind of it. Like, I get excited about showing you what I'm doing. I get excited about teaching things. I get excited about showing you things that you can do or get or whatever. And so that kind of launched the whole YouTube thing for me. I hope that answers your question. VR says, you are my favorite channel. Thank you. There's a lot of channels out there, and all of us produce content in different ways, different formats. No one format is right. It's not a competition. It's not a competition at all. Watch whatever works for you. Watch whatever content creator makes sense to your brain. Do what works for you, and everything else will fall into place. There's far too many people teaching and showing and doing things for any medium, not just quilting, soap making, woodworking, calligraphy, whatever it is that floats your boat. There's far too many content creators teaching and showcasing their craft and their art for you to feel like you have to stick with one channel. You don't. If that channel isn't making sense for you, then find one that does. If you're not enjoying your time there, then feel free to shop around. No hurt feelings. But also to that end, I know a lot of people ask me this all the time. I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel. What would you tell me? Just do it. Don't worry about if somebody else has already made that content, has already done that tutorial, has already done whatever. Just do it, because at the end of the day, people are going to watch for you, not necessarily because you're teaching them a new tutorial that's never, ever, ever been taught, because most of the time the stuff is out there. People have, if you want to find it, there's so many videos, you will eventually find it. Just do it because you enjoy it and you like making content. And people will watch if they like you, and there you go. And it might take a while to get discovered, but don't give up. Okay, we're going to check to make sure this is in the center. It is almost in the center. It just needs to be a hair down. Okay. I think because the fabric on this one is bigger, I'm going to try again with that 1 inch pleat instead of the 3/4 of an inch. There we go. See what that does. Rachel says, thank you for your answer. That's really cool. I enjoy helping others. Also, I got hooked on you and several others because of Quiltmas. I'm subscribed to you all and I plan on starting videos. Good. Good for you. Tiffany said, yep, so many videos out there. There are. There are content creators for everything you're looking for. And whatever your style is, whatever your preference is, there is a content creator that fits that niche. Whatever it is that you like to make, there is a content creator out there that's doing that. Find a place where you enjoy watching those videos and go for it. And if you find a niche that you think you can offer, do that. There we go. Make sure to pull this in. Tiffany's videos are good. I've made a few of her projects. Yes. I think with all the quilters on YouTube, each one has a different personality, Carissa says. And I find sometimes I need certain content depending on my mood. Yep. And it comes and goes in waves too, right? Like I have ebbs and flows where I'll go forever, like I'll binge content on one channel and I just can't get enough of that creator. And then I'll forget about them for a little while and I'll move on to the next one. And then I'll come back and I'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot. So it's nice. And then there's just the content creators who are like, every single time they upload, you're watching that video as quickly as you can. Oh, Brenda says, I've thought of making private videos so that my kids have something of me when I am gone. Good night, Susan. D. Adams says, I love that you are experimenting with different sizes. Me too. Because the only way to find out what size I like, what shape I like, is to just keep building them out, right? I wonder. I want to get the sides up a little bit. And I'm hoping that this pleat that I just did will help with that. So hoping that 1 inch pleat instead of the 3/4 inch will help it sit up a little bit higher. Okay, just like that. We're going to come in here. Sewing hexes, but having fun, realized, how am I going to bind this? Carefully? Is that a right answer? Carefully? Okay, there's another one done. Hello, Ernest. Oh yeah, I think that might actually be it. I think the 9x12 with that 1 inch side pleat, whatever, is the magic sauce for me. Yeah, wait till you see the shape of this one. I like this one. Yep, that's it for me. That's what I like. Okay, so if you are going to make these, the shape of this one here, the one that I like the most so far, is cutting my exterior and interior fabric to be 9 inches by 12 inches. And then when I get to the step where I'm doing the pleat along the side edges, instead of rolling it up 3/4 of an inch, I'm rolling it up a full inch. That's my favorite so far. This is nice. I like this. Oh yeah, that's good. Look at that. Look how cute this one is. Let's make a couple more, shall we? I've got 4 done. Susie said, carefully is definitely good advice. I think this will be a challenge, but I'll go super slow. Brenda says, I'd use half hexies on the ends. Lori says, those would be excellent for little girls' little toys or hair supplies. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. You can make partial hexies so you have a straight edge to bind, Debbie Dunn says. Judy Patterson says, I watched a lot of videos making box zipper pouch. This is the first one that I understand how to do it. Thank you so much. Thanks needs to also go out to the sewing channel because this is her. I'm just repeating what she did in her video. So definitely make sure to check that out. If you like what you're seeing me do here tonight, then hop over, check out her video, give her a like and a sub. I've got 2 more. I feel like, yeah, we're going to go with, these 2 we're going to keep together. I just think that would be fun. And then we're going to do these. I like the 9 by 12. That is my favorite size. That's what I'm going to go with. You need a little fingers tab to carry it by. Yeah, that would be cool, right? I'm not going to figure out how to do that on the live stream. But I did see on Tracy's, she put a little ribbon through the head of her zipper, so you had a little like extra to hold the zipper pull on. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut these 2 down too while I'm doing it. That way I can just assembly line sew both of these. Stabilizer would hope. Oh, thank you, Drew, for subscribing. Stephanie said stabilizer will help it hold its shape better. You're right, it would. I wouldn't add much stabilizer to it. Maybe just some lightweight, like some SF101. I think that would work out really well, but I wouldn't go heavier than that. But we're not going to experiment with that tonight because it's over there and I don't want to go get it. All right. Some batting would work too. That's right. I think we talked about that earlier tonight, that these would look really cute quilted. I would quilt it before I cut it down to the 9 by 12 though. And just keep in mind, if you quilt it, I would only quilt, well, you could quilt, I would only quilt the outside. I wouldn't quilt all 3 layers. And for the SF-101, I would only put it on the outside too. You need a sewing studio helper. Come on, Mary, let's do this. You could use charms on a zipper pull. Yes, you could. That would be really good. Tiffany said, that's where you come in, Mary, here and there. Karen said, I had to go out and get a new blade for my rotary cutter. The one I was using had been sharpened so many times there wasn't much edge left to it. It was at the point of dangerous. Oh my goodness. Why wouldn't you just quilt all three? Just trying to learn. So if you quilted all three layers together, then it would be hard to, I mean, I guess you could. You just would have to attach the zipper differently. So when we're attaching the zipper, as you're about to see me do here, I'm going to do another one. As we're attaching the zipper, we're actually putting it between the exterior and the interior layers. So just if you were to quilt all three, you just want to leave the short edges unquilted so you could put this in between the two layers, I guess. I'm going to make the green the outside and the pink the inside. Or if you quilted all three layers, you would just have the zipper unfinished. You'd have raw edges on the inside of the bag, probably, if you were putting it all together. I can't think right now. My brain's a little foggy, so I'm trying to think of like what the cons would be of doing it that way. It's definitely doable, but the project won't be as polished, I think, as it could be if you just quilted one piece of fabric to the batting, if that makes any sense. Yes, and if you have all three, it would be hard to do the French seams as well. Yep. Ooh, I like this for the outside and this for the inside, but this is the nicer print. This is the bigger print, so we're going to make this one the outside. I just like the lighter fabric for the inside, but this will work. Oh, stupid. I always have this thing where I should just do it, but I have hand tightened the screw that holds my foot onto the machine. And you would think one of these days I would go in and actually tighten it with a screwdriver. Do I? No. And so every so often, after I've sewn for a while, the screw comes just loose enough that the foot starts to fall off. So it's stupid. I should know better than that. I should just tighten it with a screwdriver. What are we making, says Nancy Jean number 2. We are making these little adorable pouches. I have made 4 already. I'm making 2 more for a total of 6 tonight. Really cute, right? I am attaching a zipper now, a zipper now, a zipper now. Get on there. Make a zipper sandwich. What length zipper? 12-inch zipper. Although I'm attaching the zipper along the 9-inch width of the fabric, so you probably could just use a 9-inch zipper if you wanted to. But I wasn't sure what size zipper to buy when I went to Joann's on my way home from work today. So I just grabbed a handful of 12-inch zippers because I was pretty sure a 12-inch zipper would go for just about anything. Although I did stop for a minute and I hesitated because they're the same price. A 20-inch zipper is the same price as a 6-inch zipper. So I hesitated for a minute because I was like, well, should I get an 18-inch? I was like, no, these are going to be small. We don't need a crazy zipper. The 12-inch should be plenty fine. That tends to be my standard whenever I'm buying zippers to just have on hand for bags. Why, this one is having a hard time going through. There we go. Oh, had a bit of resistance. I think some thread got stuck. So if I'm ever somewhere and I just need to, ooh, look at those tiny little stitches right there. Oh, I hate to rip that out. If I'm ever somewhere and I need to buy a zipper, I just go for a 12 or 14 usually. So we have a screw loose? Yes, Rochelle. Nice, nice. We had a screw loose. You heard it here, folks. All right, I'm gonna open this up, get it so that I can top stitch this other side. I made a bag. When I first started sewing, I was convinced that the only thing I was going to ever sew were things that were practical. I wasn't going to make quilts. I wasn't going to do any of this other stuff. I was only going to sew practical things like clothes, and I was going to sew all of my purses and wallets. Ha ha. But I was convinced that that's how I was going to, like, that's what I was going to sew. That's what I wanted to do. And I remember I got a swoon pattern for a little clutch. And I did not know when I installed the zipper to do this step that I'm doing now, which is the top stitch on top of the folded edge of the fabric. So I didn't do it. And what I learned when I made that bag is that you have to do this step because that's what keeps the fabric along the teeth of the zipper nice and flat and out of the way and keeps it from getting in the teeth of the zipper when you're opening and closing the bag. So, important lesson. The green is the outside on this one. I can tell because the zipper head has to be, you know, facing up when I have it, the outside fabric up. Okay. Close that back up. Hello from Oklahoma, says Glenda Crouch. I enjoy your channel so much. Hello, Glenda. We're glad you're here. All right, I'm going to grab my little ruler and measure to make sure that the teeth of the zipper is exactly at that 3-inch mark. because that's the center of this. It is. And I'm going to measure my pleats. Give that a nice press. Why do you top stitch just the one side? Is the other side from the other stitch from the beginning? I top stitched this side at the end, and I did this one at the beginning. So yeah, they're both top stitched. I could have waited to do both, but as I'm installing a zipper, I attach the fabric to the zipper, flip it back, finger press it, and then I top stitch that side down, and then I come over and do the other side. That's a 1 inch right there. I was about to look for my clips. Where are my clips? I cannot find them. Mary says, we need to have a quilting slumber party in 2023. I don't think that's a thing yet, but we could kick it off. It would be fabulous. Who's in for an all-night sew-a-thon? Like, get your pajamas, head up online, and just stay up until you drop and sew. Who's up for that? My next door neighbor, Bernie says, is having her annual open house tomorrow. This would be a cute gift and fill it with recipe cards. It would be. Go make one. Take you 10 minutes. How you doing, Bernie? Right. Susie said, that sounds fun. Lori says, me. Carissa says, oh, that's a good idea. Bernie about the recipe cards. Me too. Me. Lots of people in the chat saying they are down for your little plan there, Miss Mary. All night sew along sounds like a fabulous idea. Sewing in PJs, so comfortable. So, Becca, I will be making several tomorrow. I don't sew well at night. I guess that answers the question if you would do an all-night slumber party where we just sewed, Bernie. Becca, where did you get your wrist corsage for the Wonder Clips? Well, from a lovely lady in the chat here named Jamie, and we are going to give one of these away tonight, which, you know, if we're going to do that, oh my gosh, it's 9:41. When did that happen? We should go ahead and get that set up. So let me get the raffle turned on. Oh wait, can I do that from here? I think I might be able to do it from here. How do I do that? I don't know. I have no idea. I do it this way. Is this the button? No, that's not the button. There's supposed to be a button. Is this the button? No, that's not the button. All right. Apparently I don't know where the button is. So I'm just going to set it up the old way and I'll troubleshoot it later. If we pull somebody from overseas, I will send you a quilted postcard instead of this because I don't want to pay shipping for this. So we will pick another winner from the same people who have tickets. So just let me know if the raffle ends up picking you and you are outside of the US, just tell me in the chat so we can pick another winner. I will send you a quilted postcard that I have made and I fill out and sign. I'll put that in the mail to you, but the wrist corsage is going to be for US only. Sorry, guys. So let me do a giveaway. I'm going to set it all up. Okay, and we'll draw a winner in 15 minutes. So, oh, crud. I just realized, what is the... Did I do this the right way? Let's see. How is the Streamlabs going? Raffle, is it doing it? Are you guys getting tickets? Because I'm afraid that you're not. I might have to end it and start it over. It doesn't like the word exclamation raffle. The YouTube has banned that word, I believe. Yep, it sure did. Nope. Okay, it's going. It's going. That word did not work for a little while with the YouTubes, so I'm glad to see it's back and running. Okay, good. Should be exclamation raffle. Exclamation raffle. Explanation raffle. Okay. And while you're all getting your tickets, I'm going to finish these bags up. I got an exclamation charm. Oh, okay. Oh, it is. Okay, it is exclamation charm. Exclamation charm, exclamation charm, exclamation charm. My bad, my bad, my bad. Exclamation charm, exclamation charm, exclamation charm. If you're doing exclamation raffle, you're not going to get the ticket. Exclamation charm, exclamation charm, exclamation charm. I feel like I'm military. Exclamation charm, exclamation charm, exclamation charm. Thank you for correcting me there. I appreciate that. Exclamation charm for the raffle. Exclamation charm, like Charmy Pack, for the raffle, please. I just saw people typing raffle and then they were getting tickets, so I assumed raffle was it. Nope, it's charm. I should have looked at the command. The command is always right. Always listen to the bot. Don't listen to the Becca. You see what I did? Did you just see what I did? I have been so careful to not do this all night, and here I just did it. I sewed across this zipper before I pulled the zipper head into the middle of the bag, and that would have been a catastrophe. So, because I can't open a zipper without the zipper head being in here. So I just cut enough of the stitches that were on the zipper so that I could slide the head on the teeth into the middle of the bag. And now I'm going to go back and stitch that again. Exclamation charm, exclamation charm, exclamation charm. All right, now I'm going to clean these up. Both of them. Couldn't find my rotary cutter. Just looking at the chat, making sure I'm not missing any comments for me. Don't forget the exclamation point in front of the word charm, guys. There we go. Question, is cutting through zipper during dulling your rotary cutter? Maybe it is a little bit, but I never notice enough of a difference. I look at it this way. If my scissors can go through the zipper, then the rotary cutter can too. And I also look at rotary blades a little bit differently than I do like scissors for notions. I expect the blade to get dulled and have to be replaced periodically. That is not a straight line, and we don't care. Okay. Verify. You can only enter once. Yes, that's correct. Although you can type it as many times as you want, the bot will only give you one ticket. So you can type exclamation charm 100 times if that's what you want to do, but you're only going to get one ticket. And if you're afraid that you didn't get a ticket, there's no harm in typing it again. If you didn't see the bot tell you that you got a ticket, it's usually because YouTube can't keep up with the responses that the bot is giving, because the bot's spamming responses, right? So it's not that you didn't get a ticket 99% of the time. Because if you didn't get a ticket, nobody got a ticket. Everybody that put in the command, the bot keeps up with. The bot works faster assigning tickets and putting your name in the entry than the chat can keep up with. So yeah, anyway, if you don't see the bot tag you and tell you that you got a ticket, then just type exclamation charm again. And if you got one, it just won't give you a second ticket. And it might even, I think it does, reply back and tell you, you already have a ticket. Of course, keep in mind, the bot has a hard time keeping up with people, so. A clip corsage from Jamie. Marie says, I agree, Becca. I am really happy with the Ulfa Endurance blade that I got recently. Those last quite a while. Debbie says, or like me, you can't type correctly. That could be another reason, but no worries. Don says, thank you. You're welcome. I got all of these done in the live stream tonight. I'm super impressed with myself. I am also very warm sitting here in a sweater. So I am really looking forward to going upstairs and putting my nightgown on. A little warm right now. Hello, Kathleen. How are you, honey? Because things all are gonna... it went away. It literally jumped. Let's see if we can get back up there. Oh, or not. Maybe I saw something from her. Whatever. I can't hunt it down. It came and went. But hello, I do see you. Don says, I'm impressed too. I know. Like, look at all these I'm just cranking out. I think I was going to try to make 10 of them. I made 6. I'm going to make 4 more tomorrow, but I'm going to reevaluate if I needed to make 4 more. I definitely bought 10 zippers because I was like, better have more than not enough. So that's what I did. Thank you, Tiffy. She said you did amazing tonight. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hi, Kathleen. Those pouches are adorable. They are. Thank you to Tracy from the Sewing Channel for this idea. And this is just another example where somebody gives you a pattern and you just take it and run with it and make it your own, right? Because her video said to use 8 by 11 pieces of fabric, and those are good. That was good. And she said to only turn up 3/4 of an inch, which makes sense for that size fabric. But after playing with this a little bit, as I did tonight, I actually prefer the 9 by 12 size. So do what works for you. Keep trying at it. Keep using some of your scrap fabric. Maybe you have fabric that you don't absolutely love. Those would be good pieces of fabric that you can use to put some of these together until you find the size that you like, and then pull out the fabric that you just absolutely can't live without and make some more. That's what I did. except I used an entire fat 1/8 bundle that I got in a Sew Sampler box to make those. And I have all of these lovely scraps left over, which I think they're like 8 by 8 inch squares. These are nice squares that I could put in my scrap bin and play with later. So I'm just going to stack them up. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but they're here and I have them if I want to use them for something else. Are you going to put anything on the zipper pulls on your cute bags? So the zipper pulls on these are really, really small. I don't know if you can see that there. It's super tiny. I think you actually saw it better this way. Super, super tiny. Go like that. Super, super tiny. And I don't want to put fabric or anything in there. You could put ribbon if you wanted to thread it through, or maybe some really pretty yarn. You could put some multiple strands of it, or you could just do a charm through it. That would work as well. So, oh, Tracy's still here. Awesome. She said, way to go, Becca. I've got 6 of these. I told you I was going to make a bunch of them. So super thankful, Tracy, for your inspiration, for your lovely tutorial, for your idea. You guys, if you haven't checked out Tracy at the Sewing Channel, the woman is a literal, like, she's just a steam engine. She's got lots of great ideas, lots of tips, lots of tutorials, lots of techniques, lots of teaching over there. And it's all really easy to watch content. You'll go down a rabbit hole. I promise you. Check out her channel. You won't be disappointed. And she was part of the 12 days of Quiltmas as well. So she's given away a quilt just like Donna and Tiffany and Ian and April Story and all of the ladies. Tracy said, I used curling ribbon for the tail of my potbelly. Yep, she did. She had a really pretty little green ribbon on one of her zippers. I actually was looking at ribbon when I was at Joann's. I was like, should I get some ribbon? I was like, nah, maybe I'll make some. But now I'm like, no, I'm not going to make some. We're just going to leave it alone. We're going to leave it alone. So Nancy Jean says, these bags are so cute. Great for my granddaughters. Yes, they are. I'm just literally waiting for the raffle to end so that I can go put on my nightgown and get some sleep. Jim says, I have saved both videos for making these. It's a great thing. I have made a playlist. It's a private playlist, so you can't see it on my channel, but I made a playlist called Make This. And anytime I come across a video on YouTube that I'm like, ooh, I want to make that, I save it. It's just as bad as buying patterns. I save it to the playlist. I'm like, oh, I'm going to make those later. Thank you, Drew. He said, so cute. She, maybe, or he. How many more minutes on the giveaway? Let's check that out. Let's see what we've got on the giveaway. How many more minutes? How many more minutes? 1 minute, 20 some seconds. Okay, so let me remind you how it's going to work when we pick our winner. As a reminder, I do have the raffle open to everywhere in the United States, it's around the world. But I am asking you, please help me save a little bit on the postage. So if the raffle bot picks your name and you live outside the US, please just let me know. So when your name is picked, regardless of where you live, make sure you put here. And if you are in the US, put here, I'm in the US. And if you are not in the US, put here, outside US, so I know. If you are outside the US, you're still going to get something in the mail from me. I'm going to send you one of my quilted Christmas postcards with a little international stamp on it. I'm really excited about that. But that's all you'll get. If you are in the US, then you will get the other corsage, and you will have to email me your physical mailing address, and I'll put it in the mail to you this weekend. Keep in mind, though, you have to be here when the bot picks your name. If you are not here to tell me that you are here, then sorry. If you are international when the bot picks a name, then I'm going to pick a second name, and that second name will get the wrist corsage, and you will get your postcard. Okay. Are we at time? Is it done? So Becca says, did you see I released the pattern for my Quiltmas quilt today as a tutorial on making a similar one to the Christmas tree? No, I did not. But you guys, Tiffany also has free patterns and tutorials on her channel as well, so make sure to go check those out. Let's pick our winner. Here we go. Oh, Kittens Cozy Creations with Kathy Irvin says, your shelves are so organized. I love them. Thank you. My Quilt Projects is the winner. I think it would have been funny if it was Jamie since she donated the clip thing. All right, so My Quilt Projects, I think you're in the U.S., but let's just see. Are you here and are you in the U.S.? Dawn, yay! She is here and you are in the U.S., right? Just waiting for confirmation. Kathleen says, by the way, Becca, I love that color on you. Thank you. I appreciate that. This is a lot. This is like, I'm literally just sitting here. This is a fidget toy now. Yes, it's done. Yes. Yes, I am in Texas. Awesome, Dawn. All right, so I'm going to send that out to Dawn. Congratulations. Email me your physical mailing address at becca@sewbecca.com and I'll drop it in the mail for you tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. I had a blast. Next week, heads up, you're not going to want to miss this. See, this is why you stuck around to the end, right? Next week is my live stream for Christmas. We're going to call it a holiday party. It's going to be a virtual holiday party. We're going to have major raffles, lots of things being given away. I can't wait to do this with you. There are going to be mystery prizes. I'm not going to tell you what they are because it's my Christmas gifts to you, but we are going to be raffling things off all 2 hours long. So make sure you set aside next Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time to come back and hang out with me, put on some Christmas jammies, get your cookies, get your milk, get some sewing, hang out with me for a couple hours, and maybe you can win a Christmas gift from me to you. I'll see you guys all then. Thank you so much. See y'all later.